Hey guys, and welcome to my first deck tech video for the new Space-Time Smackdown expansion. I wanted to start off with one that I have been having an absolute blast with, and most importantly, it is very budget friendly. I know there's a lot of you out there that your collections for this new expansion are not too expansive, but if you like the way this looks, I think you would be able to put this together or craft a couple cards and make it happen. As of course with the theme of my channel here, I like to work on a lot of off-meta deck tech style videos, and I have yet to run into a single person playing Empoleon, which makes this kind of exciting because it'll definitely take your opponents off guard. So what do you say we look through it real quick and then I'll show you guys an example game. So the star of the show here is Empoleon. Now Empoleon is 150 HP stage 2, Aqua Jet, 3 energy to do 80 damage, and then do 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. This is an extremely powerful attack when you pair this with the other star of this deck, Lumineon. Now, I tested a few different combinations of Pokemon that do bench damage, and I really found that Lumineon was the best to pair with Empoleon because 50 damage is a heck of a lot when you pair that with the 30 damage from Empoleon. That will one-shot pretty much almost all basic Pokemon, with obviously the exception of EXs, and in many cases it will one-shot a lot of stage 1 Pokemon that are sort of part of the meta as well. When you pair that 50 times 2 for 100 or 50 plus 30 for 80, it's a very powerful attack. But the reason I really wanted Lumineon in this deck is because the 0 retreat cost means that you can retreat Lumineon and be able to quickly get it back in the fight and keep attacking while keeping its 2 energy. Now, of course, to pull off this combo, because we do have to hit really fast, we gotta be swinging right from the start. I do have Manaphy in this deck. It is not absolutely necessary to start the game with Manaphy in order to make this work, because 2 energy and 3 energy are not super high requirements to begin attacking quickly, but this will definitely help, and I would say it's definitely a staple in the deck. Possible without it, but I would highly recommend it. When it comes to the basic Pokemon, I am actually running the new version of Finneon, which I think is way better than the old one. The old one I think is 60 HP and 20 damage, but this one here is essentially like a smaller version of Cramorant, which I'm a big fan of Cramorant. For 1 energy, you do damage, but the damage is not important here. It's actually if you hit the coin flip on heads, you will take no damage, no effects, no nothing. Essentially, this card is immune as long as you keep hitting heads, which will stall us into setting up our Empoleon. And that's pretty much it. Piplup is, I'm not sure how I feel about him yet. I haven't had too many games where I've actually used him as an attack. He just heals for 20 damage, so another stall card. So the basics in this are definitely stalling to set up for Empoleon. But then where the combo really comes into play, and this is absolutely required, so if you want to play this deck, you're going to have to craft 2 of these. The new Cyrus supporter card. So much better than Sabrina is in this deck in particular. Switching one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has damage on it to the active spot. So when you're hitting with Lumineon, you're hitting with Empoleon, especially Empoleon. Think about this. You hit them for 30, they retreat to the bench, they think they're safe, you pull them right back in, and you do 80 damage with Empoleon. So it is a really brutal combo. Of course, we have Misty in here. That's just another accelerator to work our way up to Empoleon. And you know, if you end up getting 4 or 5 energy on Empoleon, being able to retreat him and still keep some energy on there, because you say you Misty flip and you get 3 energy, it's kind of overkill, right? But having that extra energy on there for retreating is also not a bad thing. So that's the deck rundown. What do you say we jump into a game real quick and I'll test it out and show you guys how it works. I don't know about you guys, but I have been having an absolute blast with the new expansion. So many new fun cards to experiment with and build decks. I've been working on a lot of decks, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I'm going to have so many off-meta deck tech videos coming. So many amazing new cards. Alright, so we are starting with a Finneon start. Not necessarily a bad thing. I really like the ability on Finneon attack to be able to stall for damage. Ooh. Alright, a Druddigon. We will not be attacking into that Druddigon. This is one of the biggest meta decks in the game right now, so if we could take down this deck, that would be a pretty big deal. A lot of people using this Darkrai EX, hiding behind Druddigon. Very powerful. We didn't draw into the Manaphy, but we do have 2 Lumineons in hand, which means that I can start pelting away at their backline. Okay, we got the Cyrus to bring them out. Okay, there's the Manaphy. To Just going to evolve now to make sure that I can get a little extra HP on there. Actually... yeah, I'm going to let Manaphy absorb some of those attacks. So this is another reason that I really like Lumineon. It's got that flexibility where you can, for free, get a Manaphy in if you pull it early on in the game. Now, imagine if we had a Piplup on the bench right now. That would be the ideal scenario. But the main reason is because Darkrai EX, it has an ability every time you attach a Darkness Energy, it does 20 damage to the active Pokemon. So the Manaphy here is pretty much just going to be used to absorb those 20 damage hits, and then we'll eventually retreat it. So this is the Magnezone Darkrai EX deck. I've been running into this deck quite a bit. It is very strong. Okay. Still have not pulled a basic Pokemon that I need. Since I don't have another basic, I am going to retreat the Manaphy and start wailing on that Darkrai. He can only survive 2 hits unless he potions. So let's see what he does here. He's probably going to be running Leaf. Or yes, of course we got to keep Giant Cape in mind as well. Such a good attachment. I'm a big fan of it. Alright, so if he Leafs or retreats here with the Druddigon, we will be in a bit of trouble. Alright, we get the Piplup back. I think I am going to... ooh, I don't have everything I need for this. Do I Manaphy and just try and build up the Piplup? No, I think we just keep hitting at the back line. I am going to Misty Flip here, preemptively. That's better than most of my Misty Flips have been lately. Most of them have been failing. We need that Prinplup to come out, so that way we can actually get Empoleon out, otherwise I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. He's going to be able to get the Magnezone out, and next turn Magnezone is a 3 energy attack for 110. Of course, hitting my weakness, but it will not kill Empoleon in 1 hit. Another Finneon. I think I want to prepare my second Lumineon. So let's start putting energy on Finneon. Alright, his Darkrai EX is super weakened, so he's definitely on the ropes right now. Let's see what he does. Okay, so I think I might actually put my Finneon in and kill it with 10 damage, and then hope for the immunity, so that way the Magnezone can't one-shot. We are really struggling, though, to hit that Prinplup. So I know most people may hear, most of you might like go Lumineon, and you might start hitting the back line, but in this case, the Finneon could really win us the game here, because it kills the Darkrai, and if we hit the immunity, that means the Magnezone won't be able to do anything next turn. Nice. That is what we were hoping for. This is the power of the new Finneon, by the way. Card is super good. And then we got the Cyrus in hand, the double Cyrus, so whatever's in the back line is not going to be safe. Here comes Magnezone. But we got that immunity. Not having the Prinplup here is really going to come back to bite us, however. Ooh, putting that Magnemite on the bench. Well, I'm going to be ignoring Magnezone. They don't got to worry about that. Okay, come on, Prinplup. Got like 5 cards in the deck. We got to hit this. There's the Prinplup. So we're going to snipe the Magnemite. Even if he evolves it, the Empoleon next turn should be able to kill it. Because we still got that 30 damage. to the back line. Hey, I think this is a great example game because this is one of the top meta decks in the game right now. I've been facing this a ton, and it is a very hard deck to counter, especially because we're using a water deck up against half their deck as our weakness. So I think this is a very good indicator of what you can expect if you use my Empoleon deck. Super strong, really fun. Takes your opponent off guard. I don't think a lot of people even realize that Empoleon, first of all, exists, because no one's probably facing it, but I don't even think they know what it does. So here we go. This is going to finish it off. For the 30 damage onto the Magneton. They're going to definitely regret putting that Magnemite on their bench, but hey, this is the way the deck works. And there you go. Give the deck a try. Let me know what you guys think of it. And if you make any changes or alterations or find something works a little bit better, leave a comment down below and let me know. And be sure to check out the rest of the channel. I'll be posting so many off-meta deck techs in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.